Martin Tyler after this afternoon's 2-1 defeat at Hendon. Martin, after a good start, we've got our noses in front. How disappointed were you to concede a goal so quickly after being 1-up?
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It happened to us at Met Police earlier in this season, and we lost the game 2-1 then. And you're sometimes better at 0-0 than you are at 1-1 when it's gone like that. And it was a bit sloppy because a couple of individual mistakes in it. And I'm sure from their point of view it's a good goal, but from our point of view it's a bad goal to concede after we'd really started well. And obviously this game's come hard on the heels of the match on Thursday, and although we had 3 or 4 fresh players, a lot of the lads were asked to go to the well again, and to be fair, over the 90 minutes they did okay. I thought a draw would have been a fair result, but they took their chance at the end, and good luck to them. We'll see them again on Wednesday.
It was an early start, although the goal was early. It was some time coming, wasn't it? We had a few chances before the goal went in, but we didn't really create much after that, which must have been disappointing for you.
No, I thought there was a spell, the 15 minutes or so before they scored their second goal, where if any team was going to win it, it would be us. Obviously you're asking, we chopped and changed the team even during the game to try and find a winning formula, and it just didn't happen this time. And I think that when we look back at the end of the season, the fact is we don't score enough, and we concede too many. It's a simple recipe of not getting where you want to get to. I think it was the first time for a long time we scored more than 2 when we got the 5 on Thursday night, and we've let in 1s and 2s, sometimes 3s, and these are issues that we will be addressing when it all closes down on the 28th for the fans. We'll be working through the summer to try and come up with something a bit more potent, really, and hopefully we can still make something of Wednesday. I don't think we saw anything today that we can't deal with. They're a very capable side, Hendon, and obviously they'll come to Imber Court, with some confidence from this. But I don't think we've lost any confidence by losing this game. You
don't think today's result has any bearing at all on Wednesday?
No, it's the sort of thing that I deal with as a commentator, really. What's happened in the past, but the truth is, it's what happens on the night, and especially in a cup final. It's how we are and who we have, of course, as well, which will be an issue. And I think Douse has got some interesting selection choices to make. Obviously, we can't have Saheed or Luke Minato, who are cup tied, but we've got a few other options, so we'll see what he goes with.
Alan Tate came on today to replace Bobby Traynor. Are they vying for the same starting position, do you think, on Wednesday, or are we likely to see both of them feature in the starting 11?
That's a good question. Only the manager can answer that, but I would say that certainly both can play on their own, and they certainly can play as a pair. I think Tate had been through Monday and Thursday, so it was probably of the players who perhaps needed just to sit out today. That was the only reason that he didn't play. He's obviously in a good vein of form, and he actually came on with some decent touches, but Bobby's Bobby, and all that he's done fantastically for the football club, so he'll be expecting to be considered as well. So we'll wait and see. We'll keep them guessing as well.
Tom Bird went off at half-time. Was that a precautionary measure, or is that something more serious?
No, he's not quite right, but he's okay to he'll be in contention for a game on Wednesday. But I think we just felt that to come back, it was a difficult game to come back into after missing a couple. He's got this sore groin, and it's a strange injury really, because he can do most things, but there's certain movements that give him pain, and I think with a few more days rest, and it certainly hasn't aggravated it in the 45 minutes, we just didn't think that it would be right to make him play the whole night.
It looked at the end as though Douse was having words with the referee as he came off the pitch, as he does sometimes, but I don't recall anything particularly contentious during the game. What was that about, do you know?
Well, there were a couple of issues. One, Pato got booked for responding to what we thought was a foul from a late tackle. He obviously thought, the player obviously thought it. I'm not condoning if he did speak out of turn to the referee, then he gets a yellow card, and we'll deal with that. But we thought he just followed the ball and didn't see it. And I think the other issue was their right back who went crazy with some of his own players.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, honestly, I've watched a lot of football, as you all know. I can't recall seeing obviously it had been occasional high profile. Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer was it at Newcastle, and they fought each other, but Graham Lasso was involved with David Batty, I remember, in a Champions League game. But this was, we could actually hear what was being said, and it's not the sort of thing that I'd want to put on a family website like ours.
It was interesting, wasn't it? That would never happen in our dressing room, would it?
Well, you can. It gets fiery, and people do get angry with each other, but this didn't happen in the dressing room. Things that do happen in the dressing room stay in the dressing room. but this was out on the pitch, and I thought it was something that obviously for their management to deal with it. It's none of our business, but the referee is entitled to intervene if players from the same side get up with each other, and that certainly happened, and he didn't seem to want to intervene really.
So Wednesday's game, looking ahead to that, it's our first trophy final for 6 years. It's, although I said to Dallas on Thursday, it was probably down on our list of priorities at the beginning of the season, but now we're here with nothing to play for in the league. It's a big game, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to say that we did get to a final, and then we were withdrawn from it in our time in the Surrey Senior Cup through regulations that mystify me even to today. But it's listen, we think our fans are fantastic. We really do. My own son is part of your mob now. I see him behind the goal, and he doesn't come and stand and talk to his dad over the dugout wall now. So I know what it means, and obviously we want to win as coaches and managers and players, but I mean, we would love to win it for you guys. We really would, because we've given you a bit of thick, we've given you a fair bit of thin this season as well. So, and you follow us through both those circumstances, and we really appreciate it. We appreciate the travelling, the time, the financial investment that the supporters put in. And I know there are a lot more out there. Listen, there's a Champions League semi-final. I'm not commentating on it, so I can be at the game. And I would just ask that my message would be to all the fans who maybe just follow on the website and don't ever come to the game or can't come to the game for all sorts of reasons, come out on Wednesday and really give us this. It's close to home in Court, and come and make it feel like a home game, and let's get that trophy, all of us together.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Cheers.